but it actually meant the data was safe. So the only reason we could do that, and other sensor network people maybe couldn't, is that the glaciologists didn't mind if the data was a month late or 6 months late, as long as they got it. Whereas if you're in an emergency situation, you don't want a message 6 months later saying, oh, you know that volcano? The other thing is ad hoc networking. This is because they might not be able to talk directly to the wire radio. They might only be able to talk to their neighbour that can then pass the message on. So if you actually make an ad hoc network where they can communicate with each other and pass messages through each other to get to the best route back, especially the cheapest route that has the best radio communications, then that's good. So you can imagine with the Glacier, we always have this terribly famous blob Glacier picture. The top is pouring like syrup a little bit faster than the middle, which is faster than the bottom. So in fact, if you were doing this ideally, you place this base station up here somewhere, put all the probes there, and in a year, the base station would kind of overtake the probes. But theory and practice doesn't really meet. So, sensor data buffering. Probes store the data into the managed connection. I think it's done. So, go on then. Get your data out. Come on. What are we doing? Animation crazy. So now we've got all our data back. We use the same technique on the base station. Because actually the communications between there and here were sometimes quite reliable, but they were only about as reliable between here and 3 kilometres down the valley. So this link down the valley was pretty bad as well. So all these guys sit on a compact flash card for as long as it takes. Actually they stay there forever. But when this can establish a connection to the cafe, it chucks all the data down that it can. So it uses a similar buffering